Welcome to Over the Hill Yoga. My name is Mia Cutler, and today I'll be leading you through a short morning practice, just some gentle stretching to get your body a little bit prepared for the day. I hope you enjoy. So good morning. We're going to start standing. On an inhale, reach your arms up in the air. As you exhale, bring your arms by your sides. So do this a couple more times, just breathing in. And you could reach your arms up this way. You could reach them anywhere you want. My arms don't straighten, but see if you could energetically reach through your fingers and try to straighten your arms. And generally we breathe in as we reach the arms up. And we breathe out as the arms come by our sides. But what if we were to do that the opposite way? Would that feel interesting or different? So take a moment, take an inhale, and then as you exhale, reach your arms up. As you inhale, bring your arms by your sides and feel yourself grow taller. A couple more times. Exhaling as you bring your arms up and inhaling as you bring your arms down. And then pick one or the other, and we'll do it 2 more times. It's sometimes nice to change things up a little bit. Take a side bend to the right. Right arm will go down your thigh, stretch up and over. Through center over to the left. Stretch up through center once more over to the right, and this time look somewhere different. Maybe look down if you were looking up, and over to the other side. Reach up, maybe look up, lift your gaze. An open arm twist to the right. So your right arm could go down and back, or it could go up and back. And stretch through your wrists, your fingers. Come back through center, and we'll do it to the left. And back through center. Good. Little bend to the knees as you forward fold. Halfway lift, hands to shins. Draw your chest forward. Look forward and fold in. Let your head hang down. Rise all the way up to stand. Reach up and touch the sky. And arms by your sides. We'll do that 2 more times. Reaching the arms up, forward fold, bend your knees as much as you need to. Halfway lift, draw your chest forward and fold in. Rise up to stand, reach up. Grow taller as you bring your arms by your sides. Once more. Stretch up to the sky and fold to the earth. Lengthen and fold in. Rise with intent all the way up. And another side bend over to the right. Just some movement in your body. Gentle movement. Doesn't have to be too much effort. Just getting some movement in your body. Open arm twist to the right. Through center. Twist to the left, through center, maybe a bit of a back bend. And again, bend your knees as you forward fold. Lift your chest up. Step your left foot back. We're going to come into a low lunge. Lower your left knee. You could walk your hands up your legs. I like blocks. You don't need a mat. You don't always need a mat when you do yoga. So that's why I didn't put a mat down. Knees down, reach up with your arms. Let's do some side stretching here. Lift your arms, lift your heart. Hands come down, step your back foot forward. Find some length again and fold in. Step your other foot back. Lower the knee. I do like a blanket though. It makes everything feel better under the knee. And then some side stretching. Just waking up, lateral movement. So your spine moves in 6 directions. Moves laterally, left and right. moves forward and back. This is called flexion and extension, and then it twists, it rotates right and left. We're going to try to do all of those today. Step your back foot forward, find some length, and fold in again. Let your head go. Rise all the way up, reach up, touch the sky, and exhale all the way down. Halfway lift, step your left foot back, low lunge. Lower your left knee, reach up with your arms. Side bend over to the right. Good. Keep all this length. So two options, either an open arm twist to the right or prayer twist, taking your left elbow on the outside of your thigh. I'll turn sideways so you can see me a little bit. So a couple of things. When you're doing the twist, notice if you backed out of the bend in your knee. Try to let the knee bend a bit. Take your left elbow. You can sort of use that as leverage and gently press the right palm into the left palm. And take a couple breaths. You could look up or straight ahead. Allow your body to breathe. Back to low lunge. We'll find standing splits. Bring your hands down. Lift your back knee up and then lift your back leg up in the air. And try to let your head hang down. And see if you can make one of your legs straight. You don't have to make them both straight, but see if you could stretch one of your legs straight. Place your back foot next to the front foot. Find some length. And fold in. Step your other foot back, your right foot back. I'll turn around here. Lower your knee. Reach your arms up in the air. Side bend over to the left. And either an open arm twist or prayer twist with your right elbow over your left knee. Take your left palm. You could also do a fist. Gently press it in. Let your knee bend a little bit. And breathe. Notice if your shoulders are up by your ears, think of creating some space through the chest. Now, the practice of yoga works. You don't have to do super fancy poses to create some space in your body. And by focusing on the breath, we create space in the mind. Just hanging out in these shapes, breathing. Back to low lunge. And standing splits. Bring your hands down, lift your back knee up, and then shift forward and lift your back leg up. Let your head come down. And try to stretch one of your legs straighter. Soft head. Well, not your head, your neck is soft. Soft muscles in your face. And then right foot next to the left. Halfway lift. And fold in. Rise all the way up. Reach up. Touch the sky. And hands to heart. Great. Take your feet nice and wide. And then turn your right foot to the right. Bend your knee for warrior two. I'm just going to ease in and out of the front knee, bending and straightening. Just getting some movement. And then settle in, bend your knee. Stretch your arms a bit stronger and straighter. And press your legs straight, bring your hands to your hips. We'll just turn sides. Left foot turns left, the right heel goes back a little bit. And find warrior two. Notice if you're pitching forward, think of your shoulders above your hips. And it's almost like I'm holding that right wrist, so you can't go forward. And then you're reaching back with the right arm. Press your legs straight and bend. A couple more times. Kind of touching my lamp here a little bit. But you can do yoga anywhere. It doesn't have to be like in a fancy yoga space. Pause and take a couple breaths. Try to make your back leg really straight. And press your legs straight, turn your toes in, hands to hips. Take a breath. We'll just roll your shoulders. Try to relax a little bit. All right, side angle pose. Bend your right knee. Take your right forearm to your thigh. Make sure that your left heel's just a little further back. Your left arm could just be alongside your body. We're trying to open up the chest. Maybe it's reaching straight up. Notice if you're collapsing in your right shoulder, push a little bit so that we lift out of the right shoulder. And then you could stretch it across your ear. Good. Come up to warrior two. Press your legs straight, turn your toes in, and we'll switch sides. Bend your left knee. Bring your forearm to your thigh. Just check in with your feet. Maybe reach your arm overhead. And take a couple breaths. Back to warrior two. And press your legs straight, turn your toes in. Prasarita A. Prasarita Padottanasana A. I'm going to touch down with the fingertips. I'll turn a bit sideways. Lengthen. Always length before depth. And fold in. You could bend your knees. So traditionally your hands go in line with your feet under your shoulders, and they look like you're in plank pose. Let your head hang down and then shift the weight forward a little bit. Lift your hips up. Take some breaths. And lift your chest up. Bring your hands to your hips and rise up. Palms touch. We'll do warrior two to the right again. And press your legs straight. Triangle pose. Reach. Right hand just touches below the knee. Left arm up. See if you could lean your torso back a bit and look at your left thumb. And rise up to warrior two. Press your right leg straight. Turn your toes in. Over to the left side. Warrior two. Press your legs straight. Triangle pose. Reach. Touch down anywhere below the knee. And start to turn your head. See if you could look at your right thumb with two eyes. And back up to warrior two. And press your legs straight. Turn your toes in, hands to hips. Take a couple breaths. You could roll your shoulders. And reach your arms up. Hands to heart. See if you could jump your feet together. All right, pyramid pose. If you have blocks, get them. They're really nice to have. You're going to step your left foot back. When you look at your legs, your feet, they're about hips distance apart. Your left toes are pointing to about 10 or 11 o'clock. Blocks on either side of the right foot. Pull your chest forward. Try to pull this right hip back a bit. You can bend the knee. And then just melt your torso across your thigh. So option A is just to stay here. Might feel good to bring your hands on the ground, if that's available. If not, that's okay. Maybe you're reaching your fingertips backward. And start to increase awareness of subtlety. So think of, like, what is your right foot doing? Is it tipping out or in? Can you gently push it down and forward? And then pull this hip back. Bring your hands to blocks or the floor. Lift your chest up. And we'll switch sides. Left foot forward, right foot back. Lengthen. Length before depth. And then fold in. You can bring your hands by your blocks, lift your chest up, step your back foot forward. Find some length. Bend your knees and rise up. Hands to heart. All right, some balancing just to get your day started. Stand on your right leg. And then your left foot could be here for tree pose or way up high. Just bring your hands to your heart. Take a couple breaths here. Reach your arms. We'll try something called wind-blown tree, which is obviously made up. Well, they're all made up, right? Somebody made up all these poses, but this is definitely newer. Your left arm will go down your thigh. Stretch up with the right arm and then a little bit of a side bend. Good. And through center. Come on out of it. And switch sides. Stand on your left leg. Maybe your tree is here today. That's totally cool. Take a couple breaths. Notice if you're kind of hanging in this left hip. We want to pull this in, lift the ribs. We root down to rise up. Option to go branches and then maybe that wind-blown tree over to the right. And through center, reach up. And hands come down. Great, shake it out. All right, that's it. It's a little bit of movement to the body, some breath, warrior two, some low lunge. I hope you had a great time this morning. I hope you have a great day.